Alright, what up fam? So today we're gonna do a quick one today, man. I was in the studio recently and I was working with some dope producers, man, and I saw them open up a Logic session and they started from a blank slate. And I asked a question and I was like, hey, do you guys work from templates? And they was like, nah, we never really got into templates. And I'm like, okay, you guys know what templates is, right? And it was like, yeah. But you guys never got into it because you guys chose not to, or because you guys never really just did it. And they're like, well, we never really tried to do it with Logic, so we don't know how. And I was like, whoa. And I immediately thought about the fact that if you guys don't know templates, and these dudes have some hits, if you guys don't know how to set up templates, I know for a fact that a lot of other folks don't. So I figured, let me create a perspective video with my perspective on why. And you know, I don't like to push people when it comes to music stuff because it's very subjective. As long as your music is dope, that's all that matters. But templates is something that makes your workflow so easy. So I'm gonna show you guys how to set up a quick template and where, and you know, like two of my templates, right? So when you open up your Logic session, I always create a new project from a template because I have all my templates saved already. So this is my template bank right here. And the good thing about templates is Logic has a specific folder called My Templates just for your personal templates. I have a mastering template. Again, I don't do mastering. This is just something like if I wanted to level out tracks, I would drop tracks in there and just set levels to be the same so that tracks will come up, mostly for reference. I have a mixing template for if I'm mixing a record for somebody, a track template for when I'm creating tracks, and then a vocal template. I'm going to show you probably like my track template and my vocal template really quick. And show you guys how easy it is to do these templates, right? So let me open up my track template and show you guys really the simplicity and the ease that you get rather than starting a track from scratch and then having to load in tracks and have to like do bussing and routing. It just makes your workflow that much easier. You know what I mean? So really quick, this is my template right here. This is my mix window. This is my track window. So let me go back to the mix window. So as you guys know, I'm big on color coding. Just makes everything smoother. My red tracks are instrument tracks. Purple tracks are drums. Yellow and greens are buses. And blue is drums. Yellow and green is buses. Purple is vocals. So I have instrument tracks here with the audio, MIDI tracks with a few audio tracks in there if I wanted to record live audio. A few drum tracks here that's routed to my percussion bus. Then my snare tracks here routed to my snare bus. Kick tracks here routed to my kick bus. And you guys know how much of a stickler I am for bussing based on a previous video I did with bussing. And then everything is bussing to their appropriate outputs and stuff. But look at this, man. I literally could just get to work right now. I call up an instrument. And I'm good. I don't need to start to create workflows and create stuff. And my control is here. I'm ready to go. And when I showed this to them, they were like, dude, something so simple as this makes our workflow so much easier from the jump. Because they literally came in from a blank slate, and I literally saw them loaded in. They literally was like, they did 10 instrument tracks, 10 audio tracks. And that was their workflow. I'm like, that's a workflow. So they saved that, and then they called it workflow 1 because now they know how to do a template. So they're going to let it evolve and work it through. And as they, work that workflow, they'll just keep updating it. And to save a template, you just go save as template, file, save as template, and it just drops it right in your templates folder. Now, mind you, right, if you're working from, and if you started a template and you start to work on it and you have tracks and stuff in there, you can't save a template because it's going to save the tracks in there. You almost have to erase everything on your tracks in your track window and save the template. Also keep in mind that a template will save all of your plugins and everything. So a few things you have to kind of keep in mind when you save in the templates. But this is my track template. Pretty dope. Pretty simple. Now let me open up another session showing you guys my vocal template and how simple my vocal template is. So whenever I'm doing vocals, I normally would bounce out my track to a 2-track and then drop it in my vocal session. Just because I don't like to have all of my processing from my track in and then have to worry about my computer handling that workload while still recording vocals. So I'm gonna go now to my vocal tracking template, open that bad boy up, and you'll see how simple my vocal template is. Again, simplicity is key here, right? So I have my track on the top. This is where I always dump in my 2-track, and then from there I come down and then I have everything bus. Now my color code on my vocal template is kind of jacked up because I never really set my color code, but it still makes sense to me. Everything is still in bluish, even though my colors for my vocals are normally in purple in my mix on my track side. But I have all my busing and stuff done here, so I know that my first set of tracks here goes to my lead bus. Second set of tracks here goes to my verse backgrounds. Third set of tracks goes to my hook backgrounds, and yada yada yada. And this is my vocal template, and I could get our vocal session started right away without even having to create anything new and load in tracks and have to think of a workflow. My workflow is already done. Templates, man, it's everything. Makes or breaks your workflow, and most artists will thank you because your workflow is expedited. So that's my perspective on track templates. I urge everybody to start to get into that if you don't do that yet. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys use templates, how you guys use them, what kind of templates you guys have, and comment below, and subscribe, smash that notification bell, and we have a lot more stuff coming. All right, guys, use templates. That's the Big D perspective for the day. Let's get it.